Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Monday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need roof, you call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and On Fire Athletes platform powered by Gamecoin. Okay, y'all. Good morning. We'll say some good mornings here. Sorry, a few minutes late getting cranked up, but we'll make the most of our time together this morning as always. So thanks for being there with us. Kim Mulkey gets win 750, career win number 750. LSU rallied to beat Kentucky. I think it was the most impressive win of the season so far for Kim Mulkey's squad. On the road against number 14 Kentucky with a lot to play for. You find yourself down 16 in the first half, and then you effectively flip the switch in the second half and pretty well dominate Kentucky in the second half. I mean, they all had six, but it was 23-6 in the third quarter, I believe was the third quarter. And so you go on the road, find yourself down 16 in the first half, you end up winning by 7. Just absolutely obliterate Kentucky defensively and on the boards in the second half. So awesome to see. 2 more games to go in the regular season. They'll play Alabama and then Ole Miss. Hang on, let me check it again just to make sure I have it. I think it's Alabama, then Ole Miss. It is Alabama, Ole Miss. At Alabama, at home against Ole Miss, then go to the SEC tournament. So see if they can make a little hay. All right. Locked on LSU is live. Also, y'all, give my 3 weekend takeaways from baseball. We talked about the first loss. Some of the significant lineup changes this weekend. Stanfield sat game 2. Braswell sat game 3. We got to see Tanner Reeves start at third. We got to see a new outfield in game 2 with Larson, Curiel, Brown, left to right. That was interesting to see. I mean, your arms were awesome this weekend again. I mean, I know people are going to focus on the loss, but keep in mind that in the 3 games that you played, in each of the 3 games, you threw up zeros in 8 innings. So they only scored in 1 inning in each of the games. So you were really good, man. Pitching was really good this weekend again. And you're learning more about it. So they play tonight against Nichols. LSU Nichols tonight, 6 o'clock at the box. Look forward to getting a little Monday baseball. All right, let's say some good morning, y'all. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Tiger Diver, pumped for the opportunity to see baseball in Frisco. Yeah, it'd be a great trip, man, for everybody who's going to make it. Beautiful ballpark up there in Frisco and get to see the Tigers ratchet up the competition a little bit. Hey, Trivia, good morning. Leon Williams, Abner Neal, Dane Bergeron, good morning. Hey, Sean, good morning. How much longer do you give the Power 5 and lower level before their product is complete trash? Looking at UL, for example, baseball, basketball, glorified high school. Yeah, so I mean, here's the flip side of that, Sean, for ULL. I mean, they just got Walker Howard and Shelton Sampson, right? So I think it's all about changing your approach to roster building. I don't think you're going to recruit the high school ranks very much anymore. You're going to catch the runoff from the Power 4. So when guys that go Power 4 transfer and go down a level to the G5, that's who you nab. To his credit, Will Wade has done that exceptionally well. And he's even promoted it like, hey, McNeese, he's promoted. Come here, ball for a year, and then go get your NIL money and go to a higher level. I mean, so God, I hate those stupid hanger marks. Ugh. Why is that so stupid? Anyway, so Sean, I mean, I think that it's just you got to change the way you recruit in the same way that I was having a conversation last week with someone about LSU. Let's just say someone who would know. And they're targeting about 15 high school players this year in their class. That's about what they're going to sign. They're not going to be in the mid upper 20s because they keep seeing what's happening. You go recruit these guys, and then a quarter of them leave in year one, another quarter leave in year two. So after 2 years, half your class is gone. So I think they're looking at it saying, we don't need to go sign 25 high school guys. Let's sign 15 and sign 15 out of the portal. Hey, Thomas, good morning. Get some Dale. Weston Weaver, Brian Wynn. A lot of baseball team season ended this weekend. You're an AFR listener when. Yeah, so he's joking, saying like, because you lost to, in Omaha, for example. Hey, Blaze, good morning. Hope to see Gavin Guidry, Eddie Yaman. Haven't seen guys yet this season. Yeah, interesting that we haven't seen Eddie Yaman. I am surprised by that a little bit. Guidry, we've talked about plenty. We would have seen Guidry last week had they played the game against Nichols on Wednesday. They got rained out. So, again, they haven't named a starter in the game notes. My guess is Guidry starts today. Again, it's just a guess. I don't know that. But we will absolutely see Guidry in this game today. Hey, Seth, good morning. Coach Mulkey must have had a pretty good halftime speech. Yeah, right. I mean, I'm sure she chewed them up and down. They locked in, and they were great in the second half, man. But to find yourself down 16 on the road against a good ranked team and to be so dominant in the second half is really impressive. It goes to show you that this team has that gear when they need to flip that switch. Hey, Mark, Pelicans win a game last night. I was watching. Yep, I was watching last night. So they're playing the Spurs there at the Smoothie King Center, and Spurs were in some hideous, like, light pink uniforms. I don't know what they were. But anyway, it's interesting. So they play the Spurs again on Tuesday, and it might be Chris Paul's last game ever in New Orleans. And it kind of reminded me of the interview Chris Paul did with The Pivot a year ago, and where he basically talked about his love for New Orleans and explained the circumstances that came about why he left, and how he didn't want to leave and he wanted to spend his whole career in New Orleans. And anyway, I kind of hope that collectively New Orleans sports fans or Pelicans fans / Hornets fans get that message, and have an opportunity to cheer Chris Paul while he's still playing. At some point, he'll be invited back, and they'll retire his number and all. And they should, by the way, completely. But I hope they get a chance to do it before his, before he's done playing. All right, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Okay, sit tight. I'll be right back.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown, parishbuilt.com.
Okay. Parish Construction Roofing. If you need North Beach, go to Brock. You need a roof called Parish. Unique physique. It's a GLP-1 medications. The weight loss shots here people talk about all the time. Lowest prices, never any contracts. Do the whole thing over telemed. They can ship your medicine anywhere. And remember, they have 3-month pricing now. So you can save $100 if you order 3 months of your medicine at a time. Blaze, Yense. I knew who you meant. Nola TX, maybe I missed it. Where's Gavin Guidry been? Yeah, so you've missed it because we've talked about it every day on every show because people keep asking. It's okay, though. Yeah, so there's two things. I think they want to give Gavin Guidry an opportunity to start. And so everyone took their turn last week in the weekend. And then on Tuesday against Southern, they started Connor Ware. And I think on Wednesday, they were going to start Gavin Guidry. That game got canceled. So you went through this weekend and you could have brought Gavin Guidry out of the bullpen unless you wanted to start him, which I think they'll do today. Just a guess, though. And if they don't start him, I think he'll be first out of the bullpen. And, I know some have asked, well, like the game 2 in the 7th inning, why didn't you bring Gavin Guidry in there? And the point that I made is because Gavin Guidry's been in that spot a million times. Like you don't have any questions about Gavin Guidry. I mean, he's been your back of the bullpen guy for 2 seasons. So if you have an opportunity early in the season in a high leverage situation to put Grant Fontenot out there and Connor Benj out there, okay, let's see how those guys do. I know what Gavin Guidry's going to do, and he needs work. He'll get it, but let me see those guys get an opportunity. And it's why you play those games against Omaha, because there's just no real stakes in that game. Who dat Tigers? Good Monday morning. Go Tigers. Abner, how was your dinner in New Orleans? Had a great time, man. Zazu is the restaurant I went to on Carrollton, directly across the street from Venezia. It was great. Had a fantastic meal. Had the grouper, which was a special. The dishes, by the way, are, I don't say small. I don't mean that to be disparaging. I mean it's enough food. You're not going to overeat, but you can go and you can get something on every course. And it's funny, the menu says first, second, third. Like as far as the courses, it doesn't say like appetizers, soups, entree. It says first, second, third. So you can get one off of each and not stuff yourself. So it was great. Really enjoyed it. Hey, Tiger Poppy, good morning. Rocky Killian. Shores looks like our Friday guy. I think he's trending that way. But remember, Cade Anderson was awesome. Shores looks like an overpowering arm, which is why we think that way in terms of like Friday night guy. But I would also submit to you that if Cade Anderson continues to be that steady, then Chase Shores gives you an advantage in every game 3 that you're ever going to play because nobody else has a 6'8" dude throwing 100 on Sundays. You know what I mean? So I think he's quite fine right where he is unless you need him to move up. Lowell, thoughts on canceling their strong football games through the transfer portal? I think you mean spring games. Yeah, I don't care. I think spring games are pointless. You might as well just have another practice. I don't know that I believe it's the transfer portal. I saw that was what Matt Rule said, that he didn't want to put a game on TV where other teams could see his 2s and 3s making plays and then go try to get him out of the portal. There may be a hint of that. I just think most coaches don't see the value in a spring game. So they're not money makers. So it just they just don't matter. You risk injury and that. So, I think that may be part of it. I just don't think that's all of it. Hey, Brian, good morning from Grand Rapids, Michigan. 70 so-called fans when LSU lost at one game, the Omaha, think it's the end of the world. Losses happen in baseball. Hey, Dale, good morning. Making plans for Omaha. Hey, Brett, good morning. Brent, good morning. Mark, what teams are in the tournament with LSU baseball? Yeah, so LSU is going to play on Friday. They're going to play Kansas State. Saturday, they play Nebraska. And then Sunday, they play Sam Houston. So it'll be a nice weekend, man. Hey, Brian, good morning. Do you think Trey Holly stays and Caleb Jackson stays? Man, I don't know. For Trey Holly, what's more pertinent, right, is getting his legal situation ironed out. And his court date's set in July. Boy, I sure hope they can reach some resolution before then. But I don't know that Trey Holly at this point has a better option. I mean, he could, in theory, enter the spring portal window and transfer somewhere else, and then wait for the legal case to be resolved and be eligible elsewhere. I just don't know that's the best option for him. Caleb Jackson's interesting to me just because, and again, I think we were all wowed by Caleb Jackson as a freshman, and it just didn't materialize as a sophomore. And by the way, my hand's in the air on that too. Like every interview I did, when people would say, who's the breakout star? I said, Caleb Jackson. It's the name nobody knows today that everyone will know by the end of the season. And I was wrong. It was Caden Durham. So normally when you get passed by a younger guy like that, guys leave. So the fact that Caleb Jackson didn't leave is interesting. But remember, Josh Williams is gone now. So maybe your 1-2 punch is Caleb Jackson, Caden Durham. And then you're bringing in Trey Holly, Harlan Berry, who's a 5-star and so versatile. It'd be interesting to see what Harlan might be able to do as a freshman this year. So James Simon as well. So morning, Matt and Sconers. Hope everyone has a blessed and wonderful day. Who could be back up to Harold in the star position? Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to see too, because last year we saw Juwan Johnson playing that role. Probably Javen Toviano, if I had to guess. They played Toviano at star, at safety. They moved him around a little bit last year. I think he could be a guy he's played that position. So Toviano could be an option there. Hey, Miracle Martinez, good morning. Let's see. Fought back to get the win. Or should I say woke up, start playing like themselves? Yeah, for sure. Flip that switch. Hey, Lowell, morning, Matt. Thoughts on college? Yeah, talked about that. Brian, when you get some time, want to get additional info about Gary Bracker? Sure. Oh, I never replied to your text, Brian. I'm sorry, man. Hey, bump that text if you would. Just send me just curious what information that you're looking for. My suggestion to you would be, to anybody, would be go listen to the Gary Brecka interview on Joe Rogan, on Brad Lee's podcast, LEA Brad Lee, on Diary of a CEO. Any of those podcasts where Gary sits down and does a long form, I would highly look how stupid this looks. Because these stupid hanger marks. God, I want to throw this thing in the trash now. It looks so dumb. I'm just gonna sit here like this, hold my shirt down. Anyway. Go listen to Gary long form on those shows, right? And so you can get a better sense of all the things that he talks about, explaining all the stuff, the why, the long form stuff. So that would be my recommendation to you. Educate yourself and make your decision. But like I've said, man, it's been life-changing for me. Chad, heard of you. Yeah, we've talked a little bit about Gavin Guidry. On every show I do every single day, people keep asking about Gavin Guidry. I've answered it 1,000 times. I'm not Chad. I'm not trying to dodge your question, man. I've already answered it on this show today. I think he'll pitch tonight. There's nothing wrong with him. I think he would have played. He would have pitched. He would have started last week against Nichols. Thomas. Brett, what's the approach for the DBU game? Yeah, I think Guidry starts tonight, and I think Connor Ware starts against Dallas Baptist on Wednesday. That's just my guess. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm just saying that's my guess how they handle it based on what we know about the team, what we've seen them do already. Hey, Brad, good morning. When you drop Drew off from school, do you usually head back home or go? I'll go right to Guarantee. Unless we have client meetings or something. Guarantee's 2 minutes from Drew's school. We're both on Government Street, so I'll drop him off and zip to Guarantee. So I'm usually there by 8:45. Hey, Rex, good morning. Mark, take on LSU baseball. Nope, not cause for concern. Fred, Good morning, Matt. Watching again with baby Delani. Am I saying it right? Delani? Dalanei. Tell me if I'm pronouncing it right, Fred. But that's awesome, man. Love to see our morning Scone family growing, man. That's awesome. Long-term plan at quarterback after Nussmeier. Well, you got Michael Van Buren behind him this year. And so I think in 2026, Van Buren and Colin Hurley, provided Colin Hurley's still around, compete for the starting job. Hey, Quentin, good morning. Oop. I'm telling you, man, like I hate these hanger marks. It looks so stupid. It's so frustrating. Like, sit here like rubbing my shoulder to get this out of here. All right, I got to go. James and Bubba, shout out. Thanks for being here, y'all. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. All of our great sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Locked on LSU is live, so go listen to or watch that right now. And I talk about Gavin Guidry. And